For thousands of years, they have been more than just animals to us. They've been protectors, helpers, workers, and most importantly, family. But behind those wagging tails and eager eyes lies a complex story, one that spans ancient history, biological evolution, psychological insight, and cultural transformation. This documentary is your deep dive into the world of dogs. Who are they? How did they come to live alongside humans? What makes them so intelligent, loyal, and beloved? Let's begin this journey by exploring the roots of humanity's most enduring relationship, the one between people and dogs. Subscribe, grab a coffee, and let's begin the ultimate journey into the world of dogs. The domestic dog, scientifically known as Canis lupus familiaris, is a direct descendant of the gray wolf. However, they are not simply tamed wolves. Genetic evidence suggests that dogs diverged from wolves somewhere between 15,000 and 40,000 years ago. This divergence wasn't the result of humans capturing and domesticating wolves, but more likely a process known as self-domestication. Some ancient wolves began lingering near human settlements, scavenging for food. The ones that were less aggressive and more tolerant of human presence likely had better access to resources and thus survived and reproduced. Over many generations, these wolves adapted to life alongside humans. They became smaller, more social, and better at interpreting human behavior. Eventually, these proto-dogs evolved into true domesticated animals, bonded with humans in a way no other animal has ever managed to achieve. It's important to note that the domestication of dogs likely happened independently in different parts of the world. Evidence from archaeological sites in Europe and Asia suggests that dog domestication may have occurred multiple times before spreading globally. Despite the incredible variety in dog breeds from tiny Chihuahuas to towering Great Danes, all dogs share the same species. Their differences come from selective breeding, where humans chose specific traits to emphasize. Dogs have an incredible range of physical adaptations. They possess 42 teeth, a powerful sense of smell that is tens of thousands of times more sensitive than ours, and highly expressive ears and tails. Unlike many other animals, dogs also have sweat glands only in their paw pads. To regulate heat, they pant, which allows them to cool their bodies by evaporating moisture from their tongues and respiratory tracts. One of the most fascinating biological features of dogs is their brain. Although smaller than a human brain in absolute size, the dog brain is particularly well developed in areas responsible for emotion, memory, and social bonding. Dogs are capable of understanding human emotions, recognizing faces, and even detecting diseases like cancer or diabetes through scent. Dogs also come equipped with an acute sense of hearing. They can detect frequencies as high as 65,000 Hz, far beyond the human range of 20,000 Hz. This gives them an almost supernatural ability to pick up on distant or faint sounds, something that made them invaluable in both hunting and guarding roles. thousands of years, humans bred dogs for specific tasks. This gave rise to the hundreds of recognized breeds we see today, each with unique physical and behavioral characteristics. Herding dogs, like border collies and Australian shepherds, are incredibly intelligent and energetic. They were bred to manage livestock, which required problem-solving skills and obedience. Working dogs, such as Rottweilers, Siberian Huskies, and St. Bernards, were developed to pull sleds, guard property, and even rescue people in mountainous terrain. Terriers, small but feisty, were originally used to hunt and kill vermin. Their boldness and stubbornness remain strong today. Hounds, including beagles and bloodhounds, have an extraordinary sense of smell, and were used in hunting to track animals over great distances. Toy breeds like Pomeranians, Maltese, and Shih Tzus were created primarily for companionship. Their small size made them ideal for indoor life, especially among nobility and royalty. Each breed, whether for function or form, reflects a deep human desire to shape nature to suit our needs. However, breed standards have also led to ethical concerns around health, especially in purebred dogs that suffer from inherited conditions due to limited gene pools. Dogs are among the most intelligent animals on Earth. Studies show they can understand up to 250 words or gestures, count up to 5, and perform simple arithmetic. But intelligence in dogs is not just about obedience or tricks, it's about social cognition. Dogs have evolved to understand human cues better than even our closest primate relatives. They can follow the direction of our gaze, respond to tone of voice, and even exhibit a theory of mind, meaning they can anticipate what we know or don't know based on context. This ability to empathize and interpret human behavior is what makes dogs such effective companions and service animals. Dogs also experience a range of emotions. They feel joy, fear, anxiety, excitement, and, according to many researchers, even something akin to love. When a dog sees someone they care about, their brain releases oxytocin, the same bonding hormone that humans produce when they feel close to loved ones. The relationship between dogs and humans is one of the most extraordinary examples of interspecies cooperation in history. Dogs are more than pets. They are family members, protectors, helpers, and healers. Throughout history, dogs have served in wars, helped the blind and disabled, detected drugs and explosives, herded animals, pulled sleds across the Arctic, and provided therapy to the sick and elderly. Their roles have been as diverse as human needs themselves. The emotional bond many people feel with their dogs can be stronger than the bonds they feel with some people. This is not surprising. Dogs offer unconditional love, loyalty, and presence. They don't judge, they don't hold grudges, and they are always happy to see us. Psychological studies show that simply petting a dog can lower blood pressure, reduce cortisol levels, and increase serotonin and dopamine. In other words, dogs literally make us healthier and happier. as much as dogs have done for humans, it's important to ask, are we doing enough for them? Modern dog ownership comes with responsibilities. Dogs need exercise, mental stimulation, training, and social interaction. Many behavioral problems stem not from disobedience, but from unmet physical and emotional needs. There's also the issue of overbreeding in puppy mills, which prioritize profit over animal welfare. These operations often produce sick, genetically compromised dogs in inhumane conditions. By choosing to adopt from shelters, or buy only from ethical breeders, owners can help improve the lives of countless animals. Training, veterinary care, proper nutrition, and love are all essential for a dog's well-being. Dogs are not toys or fashion accessories. They are intelligent, emotional beings who deserve respect and dignity. The future of our relationship with dogs is evolving. New technologies, such as AI, may one day create robotic companions, but the natural, spontaneous connection we share with real dogs will never be replicated. Scientists are even exploring how dogs might help detect early signs of neurological diseases, cancer, and pandemics. Their noses may unlock new ways of medical diagnosis. Others are studying the canine genome to better understand how certain traits and behaviors develop, both in dogs and in ourselves. At the same time, movements around animal rights, welfare, and positive reinforcement training are reshaping how we see and treat dogs, not as tools or accessories, but as equal members of our family and society. Dogs have been with us through ice ages, wars, civilizations, and revolutions. They have stood by our side in fields and factories, cities and shelters. They've adapted to every culture and climate, always offering the same unwavering loyalty and love. Understanding dogs means understanding a vital part of human history and ourselves. They are not just animals. They are a reflection of who we are, who we were, and who we hope to become. And in return for their loyalty, protection, and joy, they ask for so little: kindness, care, companionship, and a place by our side. Dogs truly are, and always will be, man's best friend.